Bioelectrical impedance analysis is commonly used to assess body composition, allowing us to determine hydration, muscle mass, fat mass, and even bone mineral content. But in addition to these parameters, today it allows us to obtain two others, which are not subject to algorithms or calculations, but are truly parameters directly measured by the devices and are linked to a person's health status or clinical condition. A first parameter, the phase angle, is a parameter that is related to two things: hydration in general, but especially the integrity and quality of the cell membrane. Indeed, under pathological conditions, we often see mechanisms of inflammation and oxidative stress that will attack the membrane, gradually degrading it and reducing its integrity, which will lead to a decrease in the phase angle. So generally speaking, a high phase angle value between 5.5 and 7 degrees in both men and women will be an indicator of good health, whereas a value below 4.5 degrees is often considered to be associated with a pathological state. And generally speaking, changes in this indicator will also be of interest to us in order to assess changes in people's health status. The impedance ratio is a parameter that complements the phase angle, but provides us with information that may be more specific to inflammation. Indeed, this impedance ratio is defined as the ratio between the impedance measured at 200 kHz, which is more closely related to water volume, total, and the impedance measured at 5 kHz, which is more closely related to extracellular water. And in an inflammatory context, there is generally a shift of water toward the extracellular space, which causes the impedance at 5 kHz to decrease and the one at 200 kHz to increase. And so at that point, with the onset of increasingly significant low-grade inflammation, we see an increase in this impedance ratio, with values of 0.80 in men and 0.82 in women. And in general, this value falls between 0.73 and 0.85 to 0.86. In the same way as the phase angle, it is the variations in the impedance ratio that are of interest. Indeed, for example, a change from 0.74 to 0.75 can indicate the onset of inflammation. And so these two parameters will be of interest over time, both at the time of diagnosis to assess overall health status in a non-invasive way, but also through their variations, which can indicate changes in health status and perhaps allow you to investigate these changes.